But the other rebuked him, saying, "Do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we are receiving the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong." And he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And he said to him, "Truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." Back in 2019, I was able to go to prison. Don't worry, Dylan, I didn't do anything wrong. I was a Jesuit at the time, and I went to go do some prison ministry, to meet some prisoners, and to hear their stories. It was Angola State Penitentiary up in rural Louisiana. It's about as maximum security as you could get. This is not for people who get put in a jail cell for one night. This is a federal penitentiary. The people there have not done very good things. Yet in the midst of what seems like such a terrible and tragic place is this beautiful church. It's called Our Lady of Guadalupe. It was completely built by the prisoners there, built and painted and everything. And I mean beautiful, not just for a prison, but truly beautiful for a church. And I stepped foot into this church, and I was immediately given a choice. You see, as you walk in, you notice that there are three paintings which perfectly describe and capture these verses that I just read. The first, in the middle, right behind the altar, is Jesus on the cross in the moments right before his death. And on one side of him, you have the thief who was mocking Jesus. And it's a bit graphic, but you have the demon holding and pulling down this person by the arms of the cross. And on the other side, you had the other criminal who has an angel underneath the arms of the cross pulling this criminal up to heaven. And I was confronted with a choice. I walked in there side by side with a few other Jesuits and with a lot of prisoners. And I had this realization. I am much more like these criminals than I am like Jesus. Yes, the sins in my own life may not have been as drastic as these men that I was with, but nonetheless, I am not perfect, and I have sinned. I cannot will myself or self-help or get myself to a place where I have earned my own salvation. I need saving. And so the choice was, which criminal am I going to be in my life? Am I going to be the first criminal who is prideful, who mocks, and who tells Jesus who he should be? I got to tell you, it sounds crazy to think that I would ever mock Jesus, and I hope that I never openly do, but I do know the temptation to tell Jesus how he should be, to say, "Jesus, come save me, come do this," and to do it my way. That is what pride is putting ourselves above the person of God, above Jesus Christ himself. And I do that in my own life. I tell Jesus how he should be, when he should be, what he should be doing. I have a choice to be prideful, like this one criminal, or I have the choice to be humble, who simply asks Jesus to remember me. Remember me when you come into your kingdom. It's a mantra that I hold on to because it guards me, and I think it can guard all of us against a great temptation. The temptation is to look at ourselves and think that we must be perfect. We must get everything perfectly in order before we can approach the Lord. Before we can go to Jesus, all of our own imperfections, all of our own frailties, that must be put to the side first, and then I'm good enough to go talk to Jesus. This very humble criminal, who we refer to as Saint Dismas, guards us against that temptation. For all he did was own up to his own sins and saying, I have been justly condemned. And Jesus, remember me. We do not have to have everything in order. If you're anything like me, your Lent hasn't been perfect. I have not lived up to all the promises that I have made. I don't have everything in order. My life feels very messy at times. Jesus wants us to go to him just like that. We do not first get everything in order and then go to Jesus. No, we go to Jesus first, and he makes us perfect. He takes away our imperfections. He makes us whole. He saves us, and it is him who will remember us. I invite you to enter into this Holy Week, not because you're at a great place, not because your Lent has been amazing, but because it is our time to remember what Jesus has done for us, so that he may remember us when he goes into his kingdom. There are many things that you can do, and we have off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Go to your parish for Mass on Holy Thursday. Venerate the cross on Friday. And even tonight at 7:30 here, we will have our own Stations of the Cross, which I invite you all to. Let us accompany Jesus during this Holy Week so that we may remember all that he has done for us. And there is no better way than to offer ourselves to Mary, who completely and perfectly accompanied Jesus, not only throughout his whole life, but most importantly through this Holy Week. Let us stand as we offer a salve to Our Lady. Ecce mater tua, salve Regina, mater misericordiae. Our Lady of Belen, let us turn and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Brother Hunter. I wish you all a very blessed and holy week. I also invite you this evening